Can you believe how similar these voice actors look to their animated characters? You probably didn't realize that the voice of Antonio in Encanto also bears a strong resemblance to the youngest Madrigal. Number 1. The likeness here is Wild and Wendell. The title characters in the animated Netflix hit Wendell and Wild are voiced by the iconic comedy duo Keegan-Michael Key and Jordan Peele. This movie was in development for 7 years, and Key and Peele were the only actors considered for the parts, so they had lots of time to build the looks and personalities of these characters around these stars. Number 2. This resemblance is fantastical and magical. Ravi Cabot-Conyeres was only 10 when his character Antonio Madrigal hit the big screen in the massively successful Encanto. Ravi and Antonio share the same adorable curly mop of hair, and it's hard to imagine that the Disney animators weren't inspired by Ravi's real-life looks when designing the youngest member of the Familia Madrigal.
I understand you.
Number 3. What can we say except you're welcome? Dwayne Johnson was vocal about the personal connection he shared to Moana given his Samoan ancestry. And if you think Maui looks like he could be related to his own voice actor, you're right. The character was partly inspired by Dwayne Johnson's grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia. Of course, one aspect of Maui's design could only come from The Rock himself. We're talking about those arch-expressive eyebrows. We miss seeing The Rock serve his incredible eyebrow looks in the wrestling arena, so we're grateful they've been immortalized for all time on the face of an animated demigod. Number 4. Don't cry. Phillis Smith may have started her acting career later than most when she was plucked from a casting agency to play Phyllis on The Office. But it was all leading up to her absolutely perfect portrayal of sadness in Inside Out. The physicality of the animated character captures the actor's ability to deliver the most depressing lines in ways that are somehow heartfelt and funny. The film wouldn't have worked without this perfectly balanced blend.
Just give me a few hours. Oh!
Number 5. Here's a doppelganger from the Stone Age. Oscar winner Emma Stone voices the cave woman Eep Crude in The Croods. And it's impossible to overlook the fact that this character shares Emma's red hair, green eyes, and even borrows several of her recognizable facial expressions.
Isn't this fun? We're taking our first trip together.
Number 6. Okay, so no one is as big in real life as Wreck-It Ralph. If you ignore the whole 9 feet tall thing, you'll notice that Ralph has a lot of physical characteristics in common with his voice actor John C. Reilly. And that's no accident. The chance to be directly involved in the entire creative process was what convinced John C. Reilly to take the role after initial hesitations about voice acting being an isolating gig. He worked with animators to develop the look and physicality of Ralph, and the end result is an emotional performance that reads as sincerely as John C. Reilly in any of his live-action films. Number 7. Adventure is out there. While our favorite grumpy old man was originally designed after other real-life people the Pixar team knew, once you see Ed Asner, you can't envision anyone else bringing Carl to life. It seems likely that once Asner was cast, the character took on at least a few of his physical characteristics because the comparison is just too much to be a coincidence. Number 8. Sergeant Calhoun is no plain Jane, but she is another great example of the synergy between actors and their characters in the Wreck-It Ralph universe. Not only does the character sport Jane Lynch's cropped blonde hairdo, but everything from her facial expressions to her gestures reads exactly like our favorite ruthless cheerleading coach. Even though the magic of animation is that characters can look like anything, there's something satisfying about being able to recognize your favorite actors on screen, even when they never spent a day in front of the camera. Number 9. Well, even if Tangled's Flynn Rider doesn't think his wanted poster image looks enough like him, we think the animators put plenty of voice actor Zachary Levi into Flynn Rider. Whether in his long-running show Chuck or as his new DC superhero Shazam, Zachary Levi's wide eyes give him a great range of comedic facial expressions which are brilliantly replicated in his animated character. Number 10. You won't have to dig very deep to see the comparison here. Tiana from Princess and the Frog was very intentionally designed to look like Anika Noni Rose. The animators incorporated her dimples, her eye shape, and her facial expressions along with the Broadway talent's physicality to bring this New Orleans princess to life. Number 11. Are we seeing double? Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove and her voice actor Eartha Kitt might as well be one and the same. Same angular movements, same flair for the dramatic, same extravagant fashion. Don't you see? It's perfect! This larger-than-life actress and singer embodying a brilliant villain is what's kept this character in the culture for over 20 years. Number 12. He's the kind of guy you love to hate. From Seinfeld to Jurassic Park to his role as the animated Al of Al's Toy Barn, character actor Wayne Knight is never the hero. But he always brings humor to his obnoxious characters, even when they're up to no good. And the animators definitely modeled Al after Wayne Knight to make sure that combo of annoying and funny was matched in Toy Story 2. Which actor do you think most closely resembles their character? Any other awesome examples of actor-character doppelgangers that we missed? Let us know in the comments, and hit subscribe for more videos uncovering uncanny lookalikes, hidden details, and celebrity cameos in your favorite animated movies and TV shows.